Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. Mel B, who is known around the world as Scary Spice from the Spice Girls, is stepping into the role of Roxy Hart for 8 weeks only in the John Kander, Fred Ebb, and Bob Fosse musical Chicago, which is Broadway's longest-running American musical. And we drop by Sardi's to catch up with Mel B just days before her first performance. You've done it again. Good morning, how are you?
Fine. Good to have you here today.
Well, let's just talk about Mel B. I mean, what great casting, yeah?
Little extra spice to Chicago for the season. We're very excited. She's quite talented.
So let's talk about rehearsals. Have you been to rehearsals with her yet?
But, Mel was doing something in Australia. She then jumped to London, where she began working on the script. Went to L.A., where she has a home. Went into rehearsal. We sent our choreographer, our director, and our musical director out to L.A. to work with her. Now they've all come back here, back in rehearsal, full-fledged, and she begins on the 28th. So we're looking for a lot of fun out of Mel B.
Welcome back to Broadway.
I know.
How does it feel?
Scary and really exciting all at the same time, if that makes sense. Yeah.
But that's how it should be, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you weren't a little bit scared and nervous, that means you wouldn't care, But yeah, I mean, I can't wait to get into it, get on there and just get going already.
How did this come about for you?
Well, I did actually do the Chicago workshop about 9 years ago, and then my diary kind of got swept away with Spice Girl stuff, so I got pulled in a different direction. So when this came up again at the start of the year, I was like, let me see if I have time this year to actually do it, because I want to be able to commit and be able to rehearse and, do like a proper amount of time. And it just so happened I had November, December, January, and a bit of February off. So I was like, if you can squeeze me in then, I'd love to do it. Yeah. So it all kind of worked out. It's funny because for me, I have to kind of make sense of things. And even though Roxy's very much quite an out there character, she's quite emotional and has like a whole kind of roller coaster ride. And the songs really kind of match that. From my own best friend to me and my baby to Roxy to Funny Honey. So it's just very expressionate, and it's very whatever they were thinking as her, they just say it. It's not complicated. It's actually very straightforward and easy. Even though it's set like from years and years and years ago, they use words like swell and goddamn old crock and things like that. It's actually nice to get into that vibe. It's been a very interesting process.
And dancing already, what that's been like, the Fosse steps.
Oh yeah, because I'm used to just moving my whole entire body at once. This is very specific. Everything else has to be still apart from one little thing. So that's been taking me a second to get into it, but now I'm hopefully into it. I think I am.
You were here when you did Rent,
yeah.
And now you're back here again. I mean, how exciting is Broadway for you, what it means to you to be here?
I mean, I think it's just it's the icing of the cake of any theatre land, anywhere in the world. If you're going to do theatre, you want to be able to say you've done Broadway in New York. I mean, you can't get any bigger or any better than that, I think, in my eyes. I think in a lot of people's eyes too. So I feel very lucky to be able to be a part of this again, and for a show that's been running for 20 years and still, there's not one empty seat in the house. So it's great.